No jury, no prizes. That was the policy proclaimed by the Society of Independent Artists. Any person who paid the $6 fee was entitled to exhibit their art, no matter how good or bad it might be. Though laudable in concept, Duchamp, one of the founders of the society, knew that wasn't quite true and set out to prove it. Paying his fee under the pseudonym of Mr. R. Mutt, Duchamp submitted a urinal turned on its side. It was signed by the fictitious artist, who gave it the title of Fountain.
And he turned it 90 degrees and gave it a new title, so it didn't look quite the same. You're still aware of the fact that it's a urinal. But you were looking at it from a different perspective physically, and with the title, you're looking at it with a different perspective intellectually and maybe emotionally. He gave it a new identity. Okay, so it's not just because I said so.
4 days after the United States declared war on Germany, the first annual exhibition of the Society of Independent Artists opened to a crowd of thousands at the Grand Central Palace. It was almost twice the size of the Armory show, boasting almost 2 miles worth of art. But there was no fountain to be seen, and discreet questions were being asked in certain quarters.
The day it was rejected, the day they held an emergency meeting and decided they couldn't show such an indecent object, the press reported it right away. That this work submitted by R. Mutt, they didn't know it was by Duchamp at the time, was declared indecent for public exhibition and withheld from the show.
The next day, the Society issued a statement declaring that Mr. Mutt's fountain was, quote, a very useful object in its place, but its place is not in an art exhibition, and it is by no definition a work of art, unquote.
So it's really, kind of a question of the setting. If you were to turn the urinal upside down in one of the Universal Expositions, it would be perceived as a mistake because it would defeat its function, right? But within an art context, if you turn it upside down, you're ridding it of its functional origins, okay, and asking spectators to look at it as an object.
The Blind Man, a publication edited by Beatrice Wood, Henri-Pierre Rocher, and Duchamp, devoted itself to the subject of the fountain and the case of R. Mutt. Whether Mr. Mutt with his own hands made the fountain or not has no importance. He chose it. He took an ordinary article of life, placed it so that its useful significance disappeared under the new title and point of view, creating a new thought for the object.
It's a very beautiful object in some ways. And it led to other artists dealing with plumbing fixtures for their beauty as well. I'm not sure that Duchamp was into the beauty, but I think he was very conscious of the sort of sensuous visual properties of that, as well, this is my conviction, as well as the charged intellectual and functional properties of that object.